That's the best looking cheese now around with the man. Huh? Tell them it's a look. Nah, see. Yeah, something in there. Tell somebody take a photo of the teams and scenario. No, the two of them down there.
Check. Forward.
Mute me. Mute us. Mute us. And you're watching the live stream of this Curacao versus Antigua CONCACAF Women's Qualifier, played right here in Antigua Barbuda at the Antigua Recreation Grounds. This evening both teams are in the middle, and taking charge today of the game is referee Odette Hamilton. She is assisted by Tonya Dean and Carmona Leonardo, and the fourth official is Caritza Guerra Flores of Honduras. So Odette Hamilton of Jamaica, Tonya Dean of Barbados, Carmona of the Dominican Republic, Leonardo and Flores of Honduras. Let's take in some of the anthem. And so there were the anthems of Curacao and of Antigua and Barbuda. This evening, it's the match between Antigua Barbuda and Curacao, coming off the fact that in the first match, the winning team was the St. Lucia team, who defeated St. Vincent and the Grenadines by 2-1 in the first encounter. St. Vincent 1, St. Lucia 2 in the first encounter. Alongside me is Oliver Joseph, who is going to be providing some expert comments this evening as we take you through the match between Antigua Barbuda and, of course, Curacao. Antigua and Barbuda and Curacao meeting some weeks ago. Antigua and Barbuda coming out victors. What are your thoughts and what do you expect from this match tonight, Oliver, as we say good evening to you?
Good evening to the listeners and viewers who are watching us on the live stream. Well, I'm expecting a similar result from last 2-3 weeks ago. I'm expecting Antigua to win this game. Curaçao's basically the same team. Antigua has added a few more personnel, and watching them on Wednesday, they looked a much better team than what we saw in the Challenge Series. And so I'm looking forward to a better brand of football from Antigua tonight, and hopefully they can be victorious as they did the last time around.
So let's give you the lineups for the teams. For Team Curacao, we have Carolina in goal, Kiara Snell, Angelique Antonio, Deante Sheepers, Kadisha Martina, Shade Desir, Katisha Na, she's the captain tonight, Samantha Stacia, Noeli Emerenciana, Ignada Peternella, and Yasmin Levens. Those are the starters for the Curacao team. And we'll ask Mr. Joseph to give us Team Antigua Barbuda the starting lineup.
For Team Antigua, we have Nikisha Samuel in goal, Jahira James, Marley Jarvis, Devika Tittle, Brittany Edwards, Brianna Humphreys, Trishan Grant, Portia Davis, who is the captain, Demali Simon Ponte, and Jadine Brown, and Kai Jacobs. Oh, Kai Jacobs is back in the team for this game. She wasn't in the last game on Wednesday, so that's another additional firepower for Antigua.
Oh, we understand that she had just a little bit of some disciplinary matters that she had to deal with for the team. It's good to see that she is back among the starters here this evening. Not just the starters, but back in the squad. As we said earlier, Odette Hamilton is the referee. She blows the whistle to start the match here. Antigua Barbuda, they're kicking from our left to your right. So left to right, and Curacao going in the opposite direction. Curacao in blue, Antigua and Barbuda in gold. Gold as in the national flag of Antigua and Barbuda. Curacao predominantly in blue. The Curacao flag, lots of blue with a little bit of yellow in it. And Curacao having their numbers in yellow to represent the flag. Antigua and Barbuda in gold and black. But surprisingly or noticeably for me, Mr. Joseph Stewart, who played so well in those warm-up games, I don't see her name listed among the Antigua and Barbuda team.
From talking to one or two of the coaching staff, I was told that she picked up an injury during the challenge series, and she's not healed properly as yet. I did saw her last week Friday in training, but I guess she is not fully recovered, and so they have decided to keep her out. I guess if Antigua gets through to the final round, then she will be back in the team.
It's going to be a tough task. They have to win tonight because, of course, St. Lucia would have won their match, and we understand that it's just one team going through from the zone. This is Group D of the encounter. So Antigua and Barbuda would want to do well tonight. Trishan Grant is making her first run down that right side. Good bit of work this from the Antigua and Barbuda number 9. Just take it on and getting past a couple of us.
Simon Ponte.
Simon Ponte.
Yeah.
Denali Simon Ponte. She is there. Looking good early. And we see that some of the Antigua and Barbuda, the numbering are not the same like they had in their previous encounter. Portia Davis, you remember, was wearing the number 9 jersey. She's now in number 8. As the teams line up differently, here is Curacao just trying to go forward. Early days yet. As you can see, they're just trying to feel each other out. Early chance though for Curacao, and Curacao looks as if they have a few players also that are different from the challenge series.
Yes, the number 9 for sure. I didn't see her in the challenge series. On Wednesday she played played left midfield. Now today I'm seeing her in central midfield, and she is on number 9 today. Wednesday I thought she had on number 8.
So that's Na, the captain, who is Ketsaya Na. She's the captain, and she's looking busy early in this encounter, trying to put early pressure on the Antigua and Barbuda team. Curacao, they've been doing all the attacking so far in this match. They have the opportunity. This is a good shot coming from the number 9 now, trying to unlock the door of the Antigua and Barbuda defense. Antigua and Barbuda will have a goal kick though. So the assistant referee one is Tonya Dean of Barbados, and of course Milagros Leonardo Carmona from the Dominican Republic is the other referee, the other assistant referee. So Curacao still on the attack, trying to really outmuscle the Antigua and Barbuda team. And we saw that in the first, when they had the challenge series too, that early on, Curacao were the ones making all the run, all the pressure, and then what happened is that they ran out of steam. They got tired, and once they got tired was when Antigua and Barbuda really took the opportunity to have victory in that warm-up encounter.
Yes, that's exactly what happened, and we're seeing the same thing here again. Antigua is just weathering the storm early, and hopefully as the game goes along that Antigua will get their strides together. And here we see attack from Antigua.
So good attempt down this right-hand channel. Antigua Barbuda looking to go forward. Simon Ponte seems to be involved in a lot of the play early on for Antigua and Barbuda. A new addition to the Antigua and Barbuda squad, and we have 4 names: Marley Jarvis, Brianna Humphreys, Dimali Simon Ponte, and of course JDN Brown.
Brianna Humphrey, she had played with Antigua before. I can recall that for sure. I think Marley Jarvis also played before. I'm not certain of Ponte and
Brown.
JDN Brown. I think I'm seeing those two for the first time. I was quite impressed with them on Wednesday. And so especially the number 6 in Brianna Humphreys. She started well on Wednesday, faded in the dying moments, but I was quite impressed. I'm quite impressed with Marley Jarvis also, who's the defender.
So, Antigua Barbuda trying to go forward. That's Portia Davis there, just giving it away. Antigua and Barbuda yet to settle. They have really not been able to get the measure of Curacao as yet. Trishan Grant is going to be an important part of the Antigua and Barbuda attack, especially on this right-hand side. If she's given the freedom to really, use her sprinting ability like we all know that she can, it's going to be interesting to see the approach that she takes in this Antigua and Barbuda team. Trying to go forward is Antigua and Barbuda. The ball is in the center circle, and again won by Curacao. So Curacao just trying to early put Antigua and Barbuda on the pressure. Here is Antigua and Barbuda in defense, just trying to clear the line. The first time we've seen Kai for the day, Kai Jacobs. She's all the way back in midfield, and we understand that she's requesting, or she's suggesting to the coach, that she plays central midfield rather than in the advanced position that she was playing during the challenge series.
Well, I guess her request was not granted because she's playing left midfield today.
Well, so she asked for midfield, so she's in the midfield today.
Well, I think she would have preferred to be in the central midfield where she can distribute the ball both to her left and right side, and she's that quality of a player.
But I think that it's a missed opportunity for her.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking that when she was on the front line, especially when she was playing behind the strikers or behind the lone striker, she had a lot of opportunity with the ball, and she was in the creative area, if you understand, of the field.
Yes.
She was in the attacking third and was able to use, the skills that she has, the ability to dribble, etc., to go past players and then not have too far to go to get a shot. Now, as we just saw, she was dribbling there, but she's pretty much in defense. So once you dribble, then she has to try and find space to get the ball away. And I think that, maybe the coaches were correct in this one. I don't often say that about the Antigua and Barbuda coaching staff, but I think in playing her up front, I think that was the correct choice, at least in my opinion.
Yes, I do agree with you, but so let's watch and see what happens with her today as she plays left midfield, and I see the coaches summon her to come more central from a goal kick from Antigua.
I think he wants her to close down the space. But again, we see Jahaira James finding herself on that left side of the Antigua and Barbuda defense.
Well, I guess that is to compensate for Devita Tittle, who is playing on the right side. They're both right-footed player, and I guess the coach.
But we saw before that Devika Tittle, when she was on the left side, she didn't look as limited as did Jahira James when she's playing on the left side.
Well, I guess the coaches know best, and so let's watch and see and observe, and then
still nil-nil.
Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. So
we're in the 10th minute of the game. Not a very big crowd on hand. A gathering of spectators, probably about maybe 100 or so, if we stretch the limit.
Yes, probably. Probably if we round it off to the nearest 100. Yes.
Yes, it's just about. Trishan Grant now trying to go away with this ball. She's finding herself on the left side on that occasion because she had gone there to help with the defense and was trying to break, and Curacao has it though as the ball had gone out into touch, and again Antigua Barbuda just
and again we see the limitations of the Antiguan players because of their one-sided foot. Yes, I should say one-sidedness, you know. And there was Trishan Grant had the ball breaking away, but because she's a dominant right-footed player, there was no control whatsoever, and the ball ran outside for throwing for Curacao.
So Curacao again on the attack with that throw-in on their right-hand side, trying to break down the Antigua Barbuda defense, looking for that early goal that would put the Antigua Barbuda players under tremendous pressure. Antigua Barbuda really, even though they are the home team, they have yet to really take any stranglehold on this game. It's been all Curacao. Curacao for the first 10 minutes have had the Antigua Barbuda team under some pressure. So we'll see if this continues as the Antigua Barbuda team is looking to go forward. This is a good ball played on the inside. Opportunity for Antigua Barbuda. Wanting, the Curacao players were suggesting that the player needed immediate attention. They were
That's the number 9.
But she's going to be all right. The
yes.
referee just signaling to the physio to hold on. The physio is arguing with the fourth official, but that's it. If the player is deemed to be okay, there is no need for the physio to come on. Player probably staying down, thinking that, you know, she was going to cause the referee to call that foul, and she was rolling around. Her player really wanted the game to stop, but as soon as the game was stopped, she got right up to her feet, and that's always a challenge for referees when they see players do that, because later on they always wonder whether or not you know, the player is seriously injured, when actually the players do need that assistance. So the players have to be mindful of that as well. Ball played forward but cut out by Antigua and Barbuda. Still 0-0, early days yet. Trishan Grant with a good ball down this right hand side, gets in the way of Simon Ponte, carrying a double name, double barreled name. Looks like a young lady, young person. As it's with Curacao, they look to go forward. Shot from distance that will not beat the Antigua and Barbuda goalkeeper in Lakeisha Samuel any day. Samuel is good with those type of shots when they come pretty straight to her. This is Curacao in defense. Ball trying to play forward, headed away by the Antigua and Barbuda defense. So Curacao again on the attack, this time down the left hand side. It's going to be an opportunity for them to try and put the ball inside the penalty area. Good ball is across, but a good chest down by Jahira James, showing some experience on that occasion, just jumping high, allowing the ball to hit her chest and bounce to Lakeisha Samuel, who's in goal.
That's Lakeisha Samuel in goal. Lakeisha Samuel is the defender who's on the bench.
Lakeisha is the one that's playing.
Lakeisha, yes, Lakeisha is the goalkeeper, and Lakeisha, the other sister, she's the defender, but she's not in the starting team.
We haven't seen her get any opportunity as yet. The player for Antigua and Barbuda, Lakeisha Samuel. Nikisha Samuel is the goalkeeper.
She's just Nikisha Samuel. She's the younger sister of Lakeisha Samuel. A good ball here. Trishan Grant run.
That was a good opportunity for Grant.
And
she
both
was
players
trying
are
to
down.
go forward, but she collided with the goalkeeper. Immediately they're calling for the physio to come onto the field of play. Grant had the opportunity to run onto the end of that one. The goalkeeper also came charging out. Both players probably just colliding with each other, feeling the ill effects of the collision. Feel that I tend to think that they're going to be okay, both of them.
Yes, there should be.
Grant
yes.
up, just asking her to sit up. Probably just hit some of the wind out of her with that collision. She's just probably suffering the ill effects of that collision there, and she should be okay in a short while. Antigua Barbuda 0, Curacao 0. You're watching the live stream from the Antigua Recreation Grounds in Antigua and Barbuda. Denmore Roberts with Oliver Joseph bringing you the commentary of this match between Antigua Barbuda and Curacao. Curacao, a different team than the one that played Antigua and Barbuda in the Challenge Series. And so far they've looked good playing against the women from Antigua and Barbuda. The Benner girls, they're called, as we're still just waiting for the goalkeeper for the Curacao team to be back on her feet. The Trishan Grant of Antigua and Barbuda Benner girl, she's back up.
And so too now the Curacao keeper, she's up. She's been stretched by the physio. As we watch on the referees, they are looking at situation, taking everything in. See how quickly she can restart this game. And seems like both players would be fine, and any minute now will restart.
So should have a restart. Referee's probably going to drop the ball just so that can be fair opportunity. So they're now asking Kai
to switch to the right
with
and Trishan to the left
for a short while. She's coming over to take some instructions from the technical director Ralston Williams. Dibu, they call him here in Antigua and Barbuda.
Mr. Roberts, not to cut you, but what is your take on the technical director coaching the team while the coach is sitting on the bench?
Somebody's getting some free money somewhere.
I just don't understand this.
I find that it's probably a little bit of overstepping your bounds, not understanding what your role is. I think that the technical director should really be in the stands taking notes, and if he wants to point out anything to the coach after the game, not during the game, after as well, that he could do so while they have training sessions. But to be really taking over the day-to-day running, it's almost like if you're the boss, you give somebody the job to do and then you go and do it yourself.
Oh, exactly. I've been speaking to one or two persons about the same situation, and they have given me the same response as you has just given me. It's something I'm not liking at all. So what's the purpose of the coach? To what? Just come and coach the team during practice, and the technical director comes and run the show during the matches?
We probably need to ask the question, what is the role of the technical director in football? And that might answer whether or not, it's protocol or it's expected that the technical director is going to be on the bench taking over from the appointed head coach. So that's just something that
that's the question we'll have to ask the relevant authorities, so we can be clear exactly to what each person's role is. But it's something I'm totally against. If I was the coach, it would have been a different situation.
The coach doesn't seem to have an issue with it. He's quite happy sitting there on the bench watching the technical director take over and do his job. So he's pretty happy, pretty secure with it. So who am I to be arguing about it? But Antigua Barbuda trying to get into this game, as we have play that has restarted. Curacao take it on the break. Now Antigua trying to build down the left side. An attempted pass through the middle, not finding its intended target. So Antigua Barbuda.
So we noticed for the last 5 minutes or so that Antigua and Barbuda has started to get their game together. Started to string some better passes, and looking a bit more attacking minded also.
We've also seen strategic changes where Trishan Grant has gone on the left side. Kai Jacobs has come across onto the right hand side. So it's an opportunity for her. I particularly still think, though, that Trishan Grant would be a better option up front, especially with her speed, and look to outpace defenses and see if we could, especially early on, we could see if we could steal an early goal, or see if the Antigua team could steal an early goal and then put the opposition under pressure. But the coaches have other ideas. So Curacao trying to go forward. Again, this is the number 11, Emergencia.
That's number 10, I think, because number 11 is closest to us.
Number 10 finding herself in an offside position, and continuing from what we remembered the last time, she was always offside. Number 10, it is correct. You're correct indeed. Stacia, Samantha Stacia, finding herself in an offside position. This is Curacao coming out of defense, trying that one-time long pass, headed away by the Antigua and Barbuda defense. This is a good attack by Antigua and Barbuda down the left side. Grant, though, limited to the ability to use her left foot. Tried a little thing, a little swing of the left boot, but again, it's a throw-in for Curacao on that left-hand side for Antigua and Barbuda. They're right, but they're in defense. Curacao taking the throw down the line. Antigua and Barbuda should have this throw-in, and we see Jahira James there on that left side. So Antigua Barbuda looking to build an attack. They head forward. Ball is cleared away into over the touchline. It's going to be a throw-in for Antigua and Barbuda deep inside the Curacao half.
Yes, like I said, Antigua and Barbuda started to come into the game, started to play the ball around, looking like they have settled nerves. First 5 minutes nerve has gone, and so now they're much settled, and so they're playing a better brand of ball.
Cleared away by Curacao. Antigua was looking to pounce on the attack. Curacao slowing, clearing their lines, but they're trying to do so now. Stacia being held by the arm by the Antigua and Barbuda defense, and Odette Hamilton was very patient, trying to give them an opportunity to play, but eventually blows the whistle. So it's going to be a free kick for Curacao, just about on the halfway line. She'll try to put the ball in the penalty area. We see a number of players who have gone forward for Curacao, but the ball goes straight to the Antigua and Barbuda defense, who only can find the Curacao captain. So still an opportunity for Curacao, but the ball is into touch, and it's going to be a goal kick for Antigua Barbuda.
And here we see that Kai is back on the left and Trishan is back on the right. I'm not
trying things. We must say that the coach is looking for something. He's trying to get something to work. We'll see what it is, hopefully, at some point, because he's switching the players who are out on the flanks. One time it's Kai on the left, Trishan on the right. Now they're back into their home position. Trishan started out on the right, Kai on the left. This is a ball played down the left side. The Antigua Barbuda player, I thought, didn't look as if she was interested in getting the ball, because she started off very slowly, almost in a jog, and when she realized that the ball was still in play and had some distance between herself and the other player, she decided to sprint. Here is Curacao with a free kick though on that far side. Ball played up in the air. Stacia has it just out on the halfway line, trying to keep it in play. Not very constructive play so far, but they are feeling each other out. We're into the 24th minute of the first half. Small crowd on hand here at the Antigua Recreation Grounds. And Antigua Recreation Grounds is that famous ground for Test cricket where Brian Lara broke 2 world records. Viv Richards had a record here as well, and he's played cricket for quite a number of years.
And it seems like we're gonna have a corner kick for Antigua Barbuda. That's the first corner for Antigua Barbuda of the game.
Yes, their first corner, and this is an opportunity for us to see Jahaira putting the ball in. Is it?
No,
it
that's
her?
not Jahaira. That's look like
Kai.
number 6.
Effort for Antigua and Barbuda, almost a shot on goal. Curacao is trying to break. But ball falls for Kai Jacobs, but again Jacobs just can't get it under control. Edwards spreads it out left for Antigua and Barbuda. Ball is played forward, almost invitingly. It falls now for Ponte. She's twisting and turning, and then the ball rolls away from her. But still Antigua Barbuda trying to get forward. This is Ponte still with it, puts it across. Opportunity for Antigua and Barbuda, and it was a poor effort coming in from that left side. You thought that she had 2 touches of that one. Should have had 2 touches.
That's the
one
number
for
10
her
for Antigua.
and 1 for the back of the net.
Brown? Number 10 is Brown, and we have.
Yes, number 10 is JDN Brown. JDN Brown, the number 10 for Antigua and Barbuda. She just had that poor effort on that occasion. They're trying to.
Yeah, she should have put that one in the back net. She was all alone. It was Ponte, good skill, twist, turn, got it across. It break freely for number 10 Brown, and she muffed.
She really needed to just get a firm contact on that ball, and it could have been in the back of the net. But that was the real first opportunity, goal mouth opportunity we've seen for Antigua and Barbuda. Trishan Grant here using her pace, but the ball beating her and going over the touchline. Tonya Dean raising her flag to indicate that Trishan Grant, with that effort just now to try and keep that ball in. But here's Antigua and Barbuda again on the attack. The pass is weak, not finding its target. Antigua and Barbuda look a lot more spirited now. That's Marley Edwards in the defense.
Marley
Jarvis, correction, yes. In defense, trying to break free for the Antigua and Barbuda team.
Yes, and Antigua and Barbuda is looking much better now. Created for the past 10 minutes or so, they have created at least 2 to 3 good chances. And
real chances that they could have gone
ahead, at least by 2. So
referee being picky by a couple of yards, and the throw-in finally taken by the Curacao team. Antigua Barbuda in defense, trying to
foul by Portia Davis. They are number 11 for Curacao. So free kick for Curacao, and the coach of Curacao is giving the number 9 some instruction as how he would like, where he would want her to deliver that free kick.
Portia Davis, the captain for the Antigua and Barbuda team. This one is swung into the penalty area. Coming and taking it is Nikisha Samuel, the goalkeeper for Antigua and Barbuda, almost looking as if she just took that one very easily. Even in her left arm, the ball just falling in to her left hand and staying there. Antigua Barbuda trying to put the Curacao defenders on the pressure, but Curacao trying to pass their way out of danger and did a good job of doing so. So now Antigua and Barbuda, they're under pressure. The ball is into touch, throwing for the Curacao team. Opportunity for them to get the ball inside the penalty area, and they do. The Antigua and Barbuda team not watching that player from Curacao, Stacia, as she came into that free position for the throw-in. No one followed her, and almost created an opportunity for Curacao. Still 0-0 between Antigua Barbuda and Curacao. We're in the 29th minute of play. Here is Antigua and Barbuda trying to get out of defense on the right side. This is Grant. Grant lifts her head up and then put the ball on the inside. That's a good ball running on for Kai Jacobs. Jacobs almost just didn't believe that it was going to come to her. And I thought that with a little bit more belief and a little bit more pace, she could have gotten on to the end of that one.
Just that hesitation caused her to lose out to the defender. Like you said, if she had believed and put that extra effort in, I want to believe she would have gotten to that ball and gotten past the defender, and she would have been one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
So,
but anyway, it's a throwing for Antigua and Barbuda.
You're watching the CONCACAF Caribbean Women's Qualifier.
Shot
from Antigua and Barbuda.
Shot by Kai Jacobs.
And so...
And we see a Curacao player is down, the referee is assessing, and the keeper is also down again, and the referee summons the physio to attend to the
seemingly
keeper.
Have not recovered from that earlier knock. She's down again. We also see an Antiguan player down on the far side, so Hamilton now just going across to see what is wrong with the Antigua and Barbuda player.
This look like James.
It's always a concern when you see players just go down, especially when they're off the ball. And we wouldn't want that too.
Yes, here we see the assistant coach and the coach of the Antiguan team close to the touchline giving some instructions to number 10 in brown.
Number 10, who? JD and Brown.
Yes, the coach and assistant coach in Nabu Samuel and Lorraine Charles just gave her some instructions. And
is it Jaideen? I'm just trying to figure out the Jaidene.
The J-I is J.
JD.
AI is I. AI. Probably have to call in one of those language specialists.
We're not her parents, so we won't know what her parents say it is.
And then I guess because you know how it goes as teachers, you know you have to deal with these names. You look at them, you pronounce them one.
They say your name, what your parents say it is.
Yes. You know, you'll say Jadine, and the mom might come and tell you it's Jadine.
She's Jadene or something like that.
You know, so let's stick to what we call her now, Jadine, until we are corrected.
Yep. Yes. So this ball is back in play. Should be handled by the Antigua and Barbuda goalkeeper in Samuel. Samuel has come under some criticism in the public for her appearance. A lot of folks think that she's a little bit on the heavy side as a goalkeeper, but she's been effective for the Antigua and Barbuda team and clearly is the first choice for the Antigua and the Barbuda squad as goalkeeper. So Tittle has it on the right hand side, takes the throw in down the line looking for Grant. Grant allows it to go by as we have Simon Ponte almost finding herself in trouble. So here is Curacao trying to come forward. Stacia lays it off and gets it back but can't get the shot off. A good fight by her. And then she hammers one, hit straight into the body of the Antigua and Barbuda defender. And then the ball is cleared away by the Antigua and Barbuda player, Brianna Humphreys. Just trying to make sure that she doesn't take any chances whatsoever when it comes to balls in or close to her penalty area. Here is Antigua and Barbuda clearing their lines. Grant just not looking up, just kicking the ball in any direction, but she gets lucky. Here is Kai Jacobs going against the Curacao defender, who again not taking any chances with Kai breathing down her neck, puts the ball into touch for a throw-in to Antigua and Barbuda. 0-0 the scoreline between Antigua Barbuda and Curacao.
Yes, I think if the Antigua and Barbudan players keep pressuring the Curacao defenders, they'll eventually break, and Antigua and Barbuda will score some goals. The defense for Curacao seems a bit on the shaky side. Every time Antigua gets it and attack them, it seems looks positive for the Antigua and Barbudan team. So I'm watching to see if the coaching staff for Antigua would notice that and make any adjustment. And like you said, I think Attrition Grant on the forward line at the start the last 12 minutes of the game, with the Curacao defender tiring, would make an impact for Antigua and Barbuda. And so it's Kai who is battling with it, but she has fouled the Curacao player, and so it's a free kick for Curacao.
Curacao with the free kick just about after the halfway line on the right hand side. We look to want to lob it close to the Antigua and Barbuda penalty area. With that, Hamilton is taking up her position. She just waits as the Curacao team waits for her signal. They get it now. It's a good ball launched forward, but not finding anyone. Stacia giving chase, but it had power, but not the direction that it needed, and the ball went over the touchline for an Antigua and Barbuda goal kick taken. With Jahira James on that left hand side, gives a good pass inside to Portia Davis. Davis finding the Antigua and Barbuda, her midfield teammate for Antigua and Barbuda, and Brianna Humphreys. Here is Antigua and Barbuda winning it again in midfield. Humphreys looking up.
No,
and
that's Brown. That's number 10, Brown, who was fouled. Humphreys is number 6,
yes,
and
JD
Brown is 10. Yeah. They're both similar in stature and size and stature. In stature and height.
They look
similar. Yes, same build, same height, and same complexion.
Jarvis gets his forward. Antigua and Barbuda with it with Kai Jacobs. He chips it forward. Good ball. Finding the
Ponte Simon. Is that a foul?
The hand, just hand.
Referee blowing there for handling the ball on Simon Ponte. But that was a good pass from Kai. It was controlled well by Ponte in the first attempt, but she ended up handling it, and so the referee blew the foul.
Antigua and Barbuda almost running into each other, giving away throw-in. Who's that defender there for Antigua and Barbuda?
Number 5,
Edwards.
Yes, that's Brittany Edwards.
Edwards.
I'm quite impressed with her so far. In this game, she has looked much better than when she was playing in the Challenge Series. Must say on Wednesday she looked good also, and seems like she has carried that over to today's game.
She's probably gotten some instructions from the new folks in the defense, who probably would have had a little bit more experience than she has done playing regular matches. So they would have just used the opportunity to probably guide her, because normally we used to see her just kicking the ball anywhere that her head was turned, as we would say, but now we see her making a concerted effort to play better and to really stick to the plan that was given to her by the coach. Antigua Barbuda trying to get out of defense, but Curacao has it, and the player is brought down right in front of referee Hamilton, who had good angle and good proximity. So it's another free kick for the Curacao team. The Curacao player deciding to stay down, and they summon for the physio. The physio gets up from her seat and runs in. If we say good evening to the folks over there in Curacao, all the referees. Valentino Chance, good evening to you, my good friend. Your friend Denmore sending good evening to you over there in Curacao. And of course to the referee department and the referee department head in Curacao, who is actually from Antigua. Antiguan lady who went to Curacao long time ago. She doesn't want me to say she went to look love in Curacao, but she said to me that she was born in Antigua, but she has lived many years in Curacao. Very nice lady in the referee department over there in Curacao. And just they actually have a referee department with an office.
Oh yes, and we are
supplies
still,
and so on.
Yes,
and we're hoping
that sooner rather than later we'll have our own here in Antigua and Barbuda. That's
Wonder if
another.
that's going to be wishful thinking, but we.
I don't think so. I don't think so. They had promised, the president had promised us that we'll have it if he was elected, and he has been elected. I was told they had a grand celebration of the first anniversary the other day.
Here's a good shot from Curacao, punched over the top by the Antigua and Barbuda goalkeeper in Samuel. It was a firm strike by the Curacao player, and the Antigua and Barbuda goalkeeper had to be up to the task for it, and she was getting it away in the end. Here's another shot coming in from the Curacao number 9. This time she's unable to keep it down. The captain in Ketsaya Na, and of course she is not able to find the back of the net.
Yes, as I was saying, so I'm hoping then more that before the new season that our referee department will be up and running for the referees here in Antigua.
So we watch as here is Curacao with another throw-in on the right side. We're approaching the half-time whistle here between Antigua Barbuda and Curacao. We're in what, the 41st minute. We've just gotten into the 41st minute. So it's an
yes, and as I look out in front of me, I see there are 2 Curacao players warming up.
yes, just
Going through their paces.
with the one
of the, I guess,
assistant that you're allowed now when you have warm-up drills. They've changed now. You don't have to warm up by yourself. You can take a physio or a coach with you when you go through the warm-up exercises, but that person has to make sure that you're actually going through the warm-up procedure and that you're not just standing there and interfering with the game. Antigua Barbuda with a free kick. Jahaira James floats it inside. The Antigua and Barbuda attacking third. Curacao trying to clear as the ball is played away in the air. Free kick is going to be for Antigua and Barbuda as there was just loose, or is it a throw? Yes, free kick. I thought I heard the referee blow her whistle. Odette Hamilton.
Free kick will be taken by number 3 in Marley Jarvis.
And so let's see what Jarvis can do with this one. She floats it inside. The heads are up. The ball is dropping. They're screaming at the goalkeeper to come and get it. Carolina. They wanted her to get it. There was a scream from the defender just now as she puts it into play. Antigua and Barbuda playing Jahaira James. Almost playing dangerously there. Was putting her foot very high on that occasion. Curacao trying to come out of defense. Antigua and Barbuda will get a throw in just before the halfway line on the left hand side.
And again another Curacao player is down, and her teammates rushed over to her, and the referee summoned the physio, but she's telling them no, it's okay, don't bother have to come because the play is up and she's ready to go again. I just think that Antigua needs to switch it up a bit, move a few players around. I think Portia Davis is probably a waste of a player in the midfield. I think here I'm saying it again that
but she's actually almost playing like a defensive middle. I think they need to put her a little bit further forward, because now that you have in the midfield, you have playing in Humphreys and you also have Brown. It has stabilized the midfield, and I think that it should have created an opportunity for somebody like Portia Davis to get a free roll, to roam a little bit further forward. Here is the ball played forward though by the Antigua and Barbuda team.
And here we see Trishan Grant has gone up front, and Simon Ponte is on the right hand side of the field.
Something I thought that should have
happened
from the front, because clearly we saw when Simon Ponte got the ball that she was not minded to be taking a shot. Trishan Grant, on the other hand, if she gets those opportunities, she's definitely going to have a go at the goal. And I think that's what when we were watching the friendly encounter between Antigua Barbuda and St. Kitts, the second half of this encounter between Curacao and Antigua Barbuda in the CONCACAF Caribbean Women's Qualifier Group D here in Antigua and Barbuda, match number 30 in this tournament. And we hear the referee's whistle of Odette Hamilton, the Jamaican referee, as the teams have switched around. Antigua and Barbuda, they're now going from right to left as you look at it, and Curacao in blue going in the opposite direction. Antigua Barbuda should have the advantage, as we say in Antigua and Barbuda, because they're now going what we call down the hill here at the Antigua Recreation Grounds. But good bit of defensive work by the Curacao team early on, just muscling off the Antigua and Barbuda player that looks to be the number 9. Who is the number 9?
Simon Ponte.
Simon Ponte. And of course the Curacao goal kick. Antigua Barbuda has it. This is an opportunity for a shot at goal. Good save by the goalkeeper, falling away to her right and just powering the ball behind. But the first real shot on goal we've seen from Antigua and Barbuda. Who took that one? Was it the number 6?
Yes, that's number Brianna Humphreys. Yes, that was Humphreys there.
Trying her luck from
and
distance.
As we see the start of the second half, we see Trishan Grant is on the left and Kai Davis is on the right. And so they have switched around.
Kai Davis
I keep saying Kai
by
Davis.
no means a footballer.
No, yes,
she's what she's now, Rastafari.
Yes, she's part of the
today being African Liberation Day.
Yes.
She would be in some sort of ISIS right now, probably some sort of celebration, and we want to say to the Rasta community that is celebrating the African Liberation Day, hope you enjoy it. They are an integral part of the community, and Kai Davis being a part of the teaching fraternity as well.
Yes, I think she's not the head of the Nyabingi school.
Yes, she's one of
the leaders.
Yes,
for the Nyabingi theocracy
and still making her mark. A trained teacher here in Antigua and Barbuda, but we're back to the football. Good turn that by Stacia, trying to unleash the number 11 player for the Curacao team, Emergencia. Still Curacao. And Curacao early in the game and early after the half, we normally see them come out with a good burst of energy.
Yes, it usually takes Antigua 5 to 10 minutes to settle the nerves after each half.
They usually take a little while to warm up, almost like a diesel engine.
Yes. But when they do get warm, they do play well. Yes.
The Antigua and Barbuda player there in Edwards, Humphreys, Brianna Humphreys, unable to.
Yes, that must be a foul pushed in the back there on Jahira James by the Curacao number 7, and so referee Hamilton blew her whistle for the foul for Antigua and Barbuda.
So we watch as Antigua Barbuda with this free kick. Jahira James, who kicks the ball well, gets it downfield. Antigua and Barbuda players trying to get onto the end of it. Kai Jacobs is being fouled and didn't like that one. She has some words for the Curacao defender, and of course, no doubt, Odette Hamilton will just have a quiet word with her. This is an opportunity for Antigua and Barbuda to have I
think Brianna Humphreys is number 6. I think she should have our number 3 in Jarvis, but Jarvis is going forward for a header or something. But I think Humphreys should go straight on goal from she has the power to score from, but she decides to chip it over the back of the net by Jarvis. That one was well worked by Antigua. There was Humphreys chipping it over, and Jarvis running through, flicked it over the advancing goalkeeper into the back of the net. Goal number 1 for Antigua and Barbuda.
Yes, and the goal coming in the second half of play. We're in the 50th minute of the game. So 50th minute header from Jarvis for Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua Barbuda 1, Curacao 0. And it was a well-worked play, and we must give some credit to the Antigua and Barbuda technical staff, because the technical director willed Jarvis, almost begged her to get forward, on that occasion.
Yes, we must commend them for that. But here's Curacao looking for the equalizer, but cleared by Antigua and Barbuda, and Curacao with a clearance and goes over the goal line for a goal kick for Antigua and Barbuda.
There's somebody who's going to be very happy with that goal scored.
Yes,
our broad smile on our producer's face.
Yes.
Wonder why.
That was his niece. That was his niece. Yes, that was his niece who scored that lovely header for Antigua and Barbuda, and so he'll be smiling from now until the cows come home, as they will say.
Very happy.
Yes, and I would be elated for the rest of the week, I must say, and especially if that goal becomes the winning goal. Yeah, I'll probably have a party.
Marley Jarvis, the goal scorer for Antigua and Barbuda. The PA announced this at the 49th minute. We would say the 50th because 49 had already gone, but semantics. We'll wait and see. Here is Edwards, who was looked improved in the Antigua and Barbuda defense, and Jacobs just losing the touch there. Good turn from the Curacao player, trying to just inject some energy. She was blocking the Antigua and Barbuda player who fell to the ground, and she's getting up slowly. The Antigua and Barbuda number 10 for Antigua and Barbuda.
Jadine Brown.
JDN Brown.
JDN Brown, yes.
Or Jadine Brown, whatever. Mommy, if you're hearing us, we apologize. Maybe you should send us a text message with the pronunciation. But we watch as the ball is played forward, and then the Antigua and Barbuda goalkeeper just saving it. She's been put under some pressure from the Curacao team.
Number 10 in our good friend there.
Stacia. And Stacia has shown good football awareness when it comes to those type of situations. Curacao with this ball, and just
number 11 there on the left-hand side.
A short moment there. We thought that the goalkeeper had misread it because she was backing up when the ball was going towards her near post, and then when she realized what was happening, just a little quick movement, she sprung forward.
And here we see the coach of Antigua team whispering something to the technical director. I thought it should have been the other way around, but
here we watch as Curacao
good
trying
skill
to go
there by
forward.
number 11.
A little bit of dribbling skill.
It's good
defending
there from Tittle. Yes, she's known for those sliding tackles.
She has to be careful, especially inside the penalty area. You wouldn't want her to be sliding and tackling inside the penalty area. You would want her to be staying on her feet, and that is exactly what the technical director screamed at her afterwards, that stay on your feet. You can't do that inside the penalty area. Antigua Barbuda 1, Curacao 0. Marley Jarvis's 50th minute goal. The difference between the two sides here is Antigua and Barbuda with Kai Jacobs. She gives it to the number 6, who has a nice little chip out on the right, looking for Portia Davis.
Number 8
trying to come back on the inside. Antigua and Barbuda with it.
Humphreys with a left foot shot there that went over the goal line. Number 6 Humphreys, but that pass from Portia Davis, she was looking for Trishan Grant, who was cutting in from off the left, but the defender for the Curacao team got a header onto it in the nick of time. And so the ball didn't get to Trishan Grant, and it came back to Humphreys, who took a shot, but it went wide over the goal line.
Grant has not had much of the ball in this game. She's been switched from side to side, so she's run miles in terms of from one side of the field to the next, but she's not ran many miles with the ball. This is Edwards with a header back forward. Probably thought that there was a little bit of miscommunication because Edwards was alone and could have taken that ball under her control. The ball is loose, should be handled by the Antigua and Barbuda team.
Yes, and as I looked over, just in front of us, I see Conica Buckley. She's going towards the fourth official with a substitution paper, and Antigua making an early substitution in the second half.
Knowing the technical director and the team, we expect Trishan Grant is going to be the one that's withdrawn, simply because I just said that we haven't seen her for a while, and the thinking is the same.
Well, it's not really her fault. She hasn't been being in a stable position on the field for at least 10 minutes.
And she also looks like if she's limping slightly, Trishan Grant, as if she's favoring something. So we'll see if my prediction is correct with the substitution for Antigua and Barbuda.
And Curacao also is making a substitution. We see number 14, she's going to be subbed on. And number 12 for Antigua and Barbuda and Buckley. And we wait to see who will be subbed off. But here is Curacao pressuring Antigua. But
so Curacao is with the ball and they're trying to come forward. Here is an opportunity for Curacao, but just in the nick of time. Just a little touch from the Antigua and Barbuda defender who was stretching and then getting the ball away. Is that Grant?
That's Trishan Grant.
Come back in defense.
That might be her last touch of the game.
So Curacao, the
number 15 is out.
Is coming off. Who is Yasmin Levens?
And number 14 is on.
Going to be off for the Curacao. And Angelino Chiara, who is the one that is on. And number 13.
It's not Trishan who is substituted. It's
off.
Kai Davis.
I
keep saying Kai Davis. Kai Jacobs is being substituted. Quite surprised to both myself and then more. But I guess so the coaching staff knows best.
Off.
I thought she had looked much better in the start of the second half, and she was pressuring the Curacao defenders for the first 10 minutes of the second half. Quite a surprise for the
she hasn't really, to be honest, she hadn't had much of the ball either. When I was saying that we hadn't seen Trishan Grant, we hadn't also called Kai Jacobs' name too often, especially in the first half, because between herself and Grant, they were being switched side to side by the technical director, and eventually she's been substituted. She's standing beside the technical area. I believe in a short while the fourth official is going to ask her to have a seat because she's already substituted, but you can see that she's clearly not pleased. Doesn't look pleased at all having been removed from the game. Antigua Barbuda with it though in midfield. They lead by a 1-0. Goal coming in the 50th minute from Marley Jarvis as Curacao has it. Curacao has not played badly in this game.
No,
Stacia again with her back towards goal, just trying to turn, and she gets around the Antigua and Barbuda defender as she tries to go down that left side. Here is the Antigua and Barbuda player. Is that Jarvis?
Yes, that's Jarvis.
Trying to clear, then finally cleared away by Portia Davis with a jab. Here is the player for Curacao, just trying to nutmeg, as we would say, flick it between the legs.
Number 8.
Yes. Number 8 for Curacao is Sade Desir. Sade Desir just trying to flick the ball between the legs of Trishan Grant. Got a little bit of a roughing up because of the bit of skill that she displayed. She's going to be fine. She's
still holding her right shoulder.
Ball played forward by Curacao and allowed to go into touch by the Antigua and Barbuda team. And it's going to be a goal kick to Antigua and Barbuda. 1-0 Antigua Barbuda lead. So we've had 13 minutes of the second half. So we're into the 14th minute of the second half. So it's minute 59 as we watch. Here is
Simon Ponte has it. Plays it down the left.
Ball down the left side, giving Trishan Grant a lot to do. She had a speed, but again, the inability to play with that left foot as well. She couldn't keep it in play, but it just had a little bit too much on it. Grant was willing to chase, but on that occasion,
and she's going to be always willing to chase because that's her strong point. She has speed and she wants to display it at all times. But just think that the midfielders for Antigua just need to weigh the passes a little bit better for her, so she can get onto them and cut inside on her right foot and then maybe go at goal or just roll it across for the advancing Antiguan players.
Carolina, not a good kick from her. So Antigua and Barbuda, they have a throw-in deep inside the Curacao half. Throw-in taken, headed into touch by the Curacao defender, 9, who is the captain. And corner kick for Antigua and Barbuda, and another opportunity for Mali Jarvis to get forward. She would love one more to come in her direction that she could get her head onto it. Antigua and Barbuda just leaving 2 players behind. The ball is just covering the Antigua and Barbuda player, but she puts it into the back of the net with a toe fork, and it beats the diving goalkeeper into the back of the net. And that's goal number 2 for Antigua and Barbuda in minute 61.
Is that number 9? That's look like number 9. That's number 9. Is that Simon Ponte? Still wanted to turn her back to us. That's her being, yes, number 9, Simon Ponte. That's goal number 2 for Antigua and Barbuda in minute 61.
Of course, the public address announcer will give us a couple of seconds later. So, Antigua Barbuda 2. So the Mali Simon Ponte has put Antigua and Barbuda up by 2-0. Ball played into the penalty area now by Curacao. Antigua and Barbuda can't clear the line. Kanika Buckley trying to take it down rather than clear her lines and giving the throw-in away. Thought that she might have just swung the ball downfield. She opted to try and bring it under control. Here is throw-in from Curacao, headed away by the Antigua and Barbuda defense. And they've done well in defense. The defense has looked a lot more organized in this game for the Antigua and Barbuda team. I would love to have seen Stuart, though, being available with the 2 new additions, because it has really given some stability. Or as a matter of fact, Mali Jarvis in that defense has really brought the stability, and working with the other 3 defenders that are locally based in James, Edwards and Tittle, it has really caused the defense to look a lot more structured and a lot more settled.
Yes,
Antigua Barbuda looking to go forward again. This is down the right side, but I don't think that play is going to catch it. She just can't get up to speed.
And that goal has given her some extra bounce, some extra energy as she sprinted after that one. But I was also told that Jarvis is not really a defender. She's really a striker.
Well,
but then because of Stuart not able to play, they had to slot her in that defense, and she looks as if she belongs there. She belongs there. So I must say,
maybe maybe she's come and found her place.
Yes,
found what her true calling is.
Yes, she looked comfortable, and she's been marshalling the others, and so the others have been playing up to standard this evening.
This is Buckley putting it across for the Benner girls. The clearance comes from the Curacao defense. The Curacao defense looks flustered. They look ruffled at this time.
Yes, since first half, I've noticed that every time the Antiguan players got the ball and they attacked them, they looked all over the place.
Substitution for Curacao.
Number 18 is
coming on.
Number 7 is out and number 18 is in.
So Kadisha Martina is off, and on comes
number 18,
Raismali Tokai. Yeah. Remember her?
Yes, remember her from the Challenge Cup.
From the Challenge Cup.
Yes, she was here before in the Challenge Cup. And I see the Antiguan ladies on the bench. They're doing some sort of dance there. They're quite happy to be up 2-0. This could be 3.
Here is the opportunity Number 18 gets her first touch. She kicks it up into the Antigua and Barbuda, still having the Curacao team under pressure. The shot coming in. We
Shot
took a
by Chishan
couple
Grant.
of deflections, but ends up in the arm of Carolina. Trishan Grant puts the defender under pressure. She has it now. Cuts into the penalty area. Puts it across. Chance for Antigua and Barbuda. The player arriving there just not making contact with the ball. This looks to be Portia Davis. Has it on that right side. Gives it down the line to Kanika Buckley, who takes, just gets past, skips past one defender, but couldn't get her cross in. Throw in for Antigua and Barbuda.
And that was excellent play by Trishan Grant. She was one who took the shot early on, and she traced back to a position, took the ball away from the Curacao defender, went down the flank, cut inside, laid it across nicely for the advancing player for Antigua, but the advancing player just missed it.
Good turn that
by
Portia Davis. Here is the
offside.
opportunity.
She's offside.
Offside
there,
flag
yes.
goes up.
Good call there by the assistant referee.
Assistant on that side.
Second assistant
is from
Dominican Republic. Yes, that was excellent call there. Number 9.
Milagros Leonardo Carmona.
Yes, Simon Ponte was definitely in offside position there, and she could not be the first one to touch the ball. And so, excellent call by the assistant referee.
Here we watch as Antigua and Barbuda looks to come forward this time on the right-hand side. That has been the side of attack. Kanika Buckley coming on, and she's given a little bit of impetus down that right side. So, Kanika Buckley on the right.
Yes, and I must say I'm quite impressed with the Antiguan team this evening.
They played well this evening. They have played well.
The new players had
they've added to the Antigua and Barbuda side. They've been of asset to the Antigua and Barbuda setup. Not only because they've scored the goal, but they've brought a little bit of stability, a little bit of experience as well. You can see that it's probably not the first time that they're playing at this level. So they're level-headed, and the technical aspect that they bring is also pretty good to the Antigua and Barbuda team.
Yes, and again, as I look out in front of us, I see the Antigua having two players warm up that look like Ogaro and Proctor. Getting loose, the trainers there with them, putting them through their paces, and so I guess instead of the one sub that we see on Wednesday, we will make it more than one this afternoon. But and there's no reason for the Antiguan team not making more than one substitution this afternoon. They have 2-0, and we're in the 68th minute of play.
So this is I almost said a delivery. I was thinking of the T20 last evening, where we had 2 excellent games up at the stadium. And tomorrow is the grand final. So if you are in Antigua and Barbuda listening to the stream and you want something to do tomorrow afternoon and evening, you head up to the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium for some cricket action. But football action will also be here on Sunday at the Antigua Recreation Grounds, and we're hoping for a few more spectators on Sunday.
Yes, and on Sunday we'll have St. Vincent and Curacao in the first match at 4, and then the grand finale
at 6:30
will be at 6:30.
Antigua Barbuda versus St. Lucia,
and that will probably be the match that determines who goes forward from this group.
Both teams would probably be unbeaten. Here's a chance coming in,
and saved by the goalkeeper. Because if she had just missed that, it would have ended up straight on the head of Trishan Grant, who was on the goal line.
And she
could have missed it from there.
She could not have missed that one if it had gotten to her. Trishan Grant, but it didn't. Goalkeeper was able to hold on in the end. And so, in the end, the excitement of the few spectators that are gathered here is short-lived, as they were hoping that that one would have slipped from the grasp of the Curacao goalkeeper and caused an opportunity for Trishan Grant.
Yes, and I must say that the fans here today must be happy, must be excited, because their team, the home team, is up 2-0.
And they played well, not just because they're up 2-0. They played. Here's an header off the crossbar by Edwards, and arriving and butting it hard at the net and crashing into the crossbar and surviving there for Curacao.
That free kick this time was taken by Mahali Jarvis, the goal scorer of the first goal for Antigua and Barbuda.
So we watch as here is the Antigua and Barbuda team winning the ball and getting into play. Here we see Tittle on that right side for the Antigua and Barbuda defense, being bundled over by the Curacao player. Referee Odette Hamilton going right across and just making sure that both players are okay. Just a touch of respect from the Curacao player. So only a throw in. Here is Buckley on that right side. She can't keep it in play. Thought that she made it bounce just one time too many. Antigua and Barbuda in defense. They wouldn't want to allow Curacao to score. The last time when they played, the final score was 2-1. Curacao scoring a late goal in that encounter. And Antigua had a few nervous moments towards the end to hold on. But here is Antigua and Barbuda on this left-hand side. And again, it was Grant who was trying to get that one on her forward so she could run. Looking for it down the touchline.
And also they would like to keep a clean sweep, because just in case in that game against St. Lucia and they should have a draw, then goal difference will dictate, and I think they would have a better goal average than St. Lucia, because St. Lucia was scored on twice, both by Curacao and St. Vincent. So they had 4 goals for and 2 against. Antigua so far is 3 goals for and none against. So where St. Lucia would have a +2, Antigua is at +3. And so it's important that they don't concede any goals here this afternoon. And if they could get at least 2 more goals, it would be even better for them.
They would really want to score more and concede less. And that would be the ask. Portia Davis again just roughs up somebody else.
Yes, she
has
has
been that person in the Antigua and Barbuda team who has had that rugged role.
Yes, and as the captain, she's leading from the front.
As I'm watching the Antiguans warm up, I thought it was the physio who was warming up, because he was doing some exercises there, but he's now having the girls in. Trisha and Grant having to run. She had given up the chase, and then when she realized that the ball had come past, because she had started to run, and
yes,
the
because
pass
I guess
was
delayed, and that caused her to check her run, because she didn't want to run into an offside position. And then as she was checking her run, there was the ball passing her, and so she had to get on her horses again and sprint after it. But a defender from Curacao came across and clear it over the touchline for throwing for Antigua and Barbuda.
Throwing. Is this James Jaira?
Yes, it is.
With it. She's trying. Thought she was going to try a long throw, but she throws it short. Gets an opportunity to put the ball into the penalty area.
Oh, good
bit
save.
of goalkeeping
Keeping
there.
Again by the Curacao goalkeeper.
Taking it off of the head of Buckley.
Yes.
And tries to start the Curacao attack. Good bit of skill by the Curacao player in the midfield there. Was that the number 9 again? Who
yes,
was
that's
displaying
the number 9.
That good bit of skill?
Yes,
Captain.
But that was intelligent thinking there by Brittany Edwards, who just heads it back to the goalkeeper.
Here we have Grant again. Turns. And good pass forward, and just
Simon Ponte. She would have just left that one alone.
She didn't know.
Yes, I know.
To be honest, she didn't know that.
But here is Curacao on the attack.
And
number 11,
to get into the
one.
penalty area, she falls over. Was looking for that one, but clearly the ball was taken off her by the Antigua and Barbuda defense. As the ball is coming forward, Grant. Good bit of strength shown by Trisha and Grant, trying to play it forward for Antigua and Barbuda. The ball is cleared away by Curacao as they continue to fight. Is that our friend Stacia?
Yes,
battling for
10.
it up front. That number 10 for Curacao. As ball is cleared away. This is Tittle on the pressure. 2 defenders, and does the right thing, just clearing the ball away. Giving her defense an opportunity to regroup, reset.
And get back on defense.
So, according to my watch, I'll tell you in a short while how what the time is for the match. We've had 30 minutes, so we have 15 minutes to go, so we're into the 75th minute of play. As
James give
the
it
ball
away
is-
to Curacao. It's number 9. Yes.
So it clearly looks to be the number 8 for Curacao, who's on this
Oh
side.
yes, that's number 8. Sorry, my. And yes, the assistant waved the foul on James, and she's asking the assistant what she did. But it's not like she's going to take back the call, James. All you have to do is to get back on defense. The player is still down for Curacao, but she's off the field, and so we think we should continue with the game and call the physio around to deal with the players off the field of play. But she's back up on her feet. That's the number.
She's going to just ask the physio to just probably give her some of that magic water.
That's number 6. She's going to
take the free kick. So she was slow in getting up, but she's now ready to take the free kick.
Yes.
So that's a quick recovery. She's in, and there was an attempt of what we call a bicycle kick. She was flying in the air. The Curacao player. Foul given by the referee Hamilton. And so we're in the 76th minute of play. 14 minutes left in this encounter between Antigua Barbuda and Curacao. Antigua Barbuda leading by 2 goals to nil. Goals coming in the 50th and 61st minute by Marley Jarvis in the 50th and Simon Ponte in the 61st minute. Antigua and Barbuda leading by 2 goals to nil.
Problem here. And it bounced nicely for the goalkeeper to get it back.
And she recovered well.
Yes. There was a mix up there between the goalkeeper and the defender, and there was Trish and Grant pouncing on, trying to pounce onto the loose ball, but it bounced.
It just wasn't coming down for her.
And the keeper
was hanging
able
in the air
to get back,
and it gave the goalkeeper an opportunity to recover. And recover she did very quickly, coming and smothering the ball. But here is Curacao trying to go forward through their captain, Na. Na has shown some flashes of brilliance as she's really still battling for Curacao. As Antigua looks to come forward, this is Buckley again. The ball is bouncing and making it difficult for her to go forward. The ball is into touch, so it's going to be a throw-in for Antigua and Barbuda. On their right side, Antigua Barbuda 2, Curacao 0. This is the CONCACAF Caribbean Women's Qualifier Group D. And it says match number 30. So it's the Group D. They have various groups going on all across the Caribbean. Earlier we saw while we were browsing that St. Kitts had taken the lead against Trinidad and Tobago down there in Trinidad, as Grant is obstructed, and maybe it will mean that Hamilton has had enough. Yes, she has.
The first card of the game shown to the Curacao player. That's number 8. Yes, number 8 of Curacao.
Yellow card for the number 8 of Curacao in the 78th minute of play. So an opportunity again for Antigua and Barbuda to put the ball inside the penalty area.
And would we see another combination between Brianna Humphreys and Jarvis? But this time it's too hard. Yes, hit too hard and went all the way over the goal line for a goal kick for Curacao.
But the attempt was credible, because you could see what she was trying to do. She was trying to hit it with pace. So again, the Antigua and Barbuda play, if they were able to get a header onto it, the ball would have gone into the back of the net. And so the idea was good, but she just overhit it on this occasion. Wasn't as perfect as the one that found Marley Jarvis. Here is the opportunity. There was an appeal for offside. Here's a chance!
And that is in the back of net by Brianna Humphreys, number 6 for Antigua, giving them their 3rd goal. A lovely, brilliant shot there by Brianna Humphreys. Buckley on the right, cuts back, roll it across. There was Humphreys running it and slams it into the back of the net. 3 goals for Antigua and Barbuda, and so it's now 3 goals to 0.
That was a magnificent effort from Brianna Humphreys. It fell for her. She waited for it and rammed it into the bottom right-hand corner of the goalkeeper. She didn't stand a chance, and that was a magnificent goal from Brianna Humphreys, number 6 for Antigua and Barbuda. So in the 79th minute of play, Humphreys puts Antigua and Barbuda up by 3-0. That was beautiful.
And that was minute
79.
79.
So in the 79th minute of play, and that was really good. Antigua and Barbuda beginning to really find their feet. Here it is, another opportunity. Good work that by the Antigua and Barbuda player. Just staying with it. Looks to be Simon Ponte, who was just sticking with that one, working all the time and causing the Curacao defense to have to scramble it behind for a corner kick. So it's going to be a corner opportunity for Antigua Barbuda. Antigua Barbuda 3, Curacao 0. Goal coming in the 50th minute from Marley Jarvis, 61st from Simon Ponte, and the 79th from Humphreys. Humphreys, that was a beauty.
Beauty. I guess that's the best goal of the tournament so far.
So we watch as this ball is played into the penalty area. A bit of push at the Antigua and Barbuda player going down in Edwards. But this is Kanika Buckley with it, trying to come back on the inside. Curacao players are moving forward, but they went without the ball.
Here's Marley Jarvis.
A bit of dribbling. Trying. Antigua and Barbuda still has it. Curacao unable to clear their lines. Marley Jarvis was looking to come through. Antigua Barbuda now clearing it out onto this left-hand side, and they're going to make the substitution.
Number 17, that's Proctor. Khadija Proctor is going on, and number 10 in Brown is coming off. So Jadian Brown is off, and Khadija Proctor is on for Antigua and Barbuda. And I must say, Miss Brown, she had played well this afternoon.
She played well this afternoon for the Antigua girls.
Girls.
She should be happy.
Yes, and the coaching staff also would be happy with her performance this afternoon. So here we have
on, and Antigua and Barbuda breaking down this left side.
Simon Ponte, nice ball across, but cuts out by the Curacao defender again.
Antigua Barbuda now just trying to really turn the screws on Curacao. Good little flick by the Curacao player. Antigua and Barbuda playing in James, getting it across, and the unsung hero of Antigua and Barbuda in the defense, who was really good in the Vita Tittle. We haven't mentioned much of her, but she's been very effective on that side. Curacao, they also want to make a substitution.
Number 17 is on, number 8 is off.
So Shade Desir has had her night, and
number 17,
Stephanie Joanne, she's going to be coming on.
And the number 8 seems to be limping, so I guess she's has not recovered from that foul from James early in the half.
So Antigua Barbuda 3, Curacao 0. Antigua Barbuda still battling in the middle of the park. Good work by Kanika Buckley getting back, gives it to Portia Davis. What will Davis do? She tries to thread the needle out on that right side. Is that Proctor who has gone out into that
No, that's not like Simon Ponte, because that's Proctor jogging back. They're just about 10 yards from the arc of the penalty area.
Proctor has gone into midfield then.
Yes, central middle, and then that's her position.
Gone into the central midfield.
Player who has good skill, good control, good passes, and good excellent knowledge of the game also. And we see number 16 for Antigua waiting for substitution. That's Ogaro, and she will be on for, we'll know just in a few seconds. And so now the ball is out of touch, and so Antigua and Barbuda making their third substitution. Number 16 Ogaro is on, and I think this is number 9 Simon Ponte is off, and she too had a much better game today than what she had on Wednesday. Because on Wednesday, like I said, I was impressed with her, but she was much better today than on Wednesday, and she will be happy that she got one into the back of the net. Take that monkey off her back. You know, that first goal, and you get that first goal, it gives you,
then you know that you can do it.
Yes, and so
Shakia Ogaro is down that left hand side, and
Chishan has been pushed to play center forward. And so
I prefer her.
Yes, for the last 5 minutes of the game. So let's see what she if she gets one over the top to use her speed against the Curacao defenders.
So we'll watch and see. Battling for it still. Good turn by Ogaro. She's just allowing it to run into touch, but it's clearly off the Antigua and Barbuda players. So this is Curacao trying to go forward. Then the pass is not a good one. Buckley collides with the Curacao player. They spread it out onto that left side. Curacao still trying to play quality football, trying to pass the ball around. There is Curacao, just a little trip forward.
She's offside.
She's offside. She puts it into the back of the net.
And that's our good friend number 10 in
Stacia.
And that has been a problem even in the Challenge Cup.
Yes, she's found herself in that offside position quite a number of times. No doubt. The referee assessor who is listed here today as Livingston Bailey, he's going to have a look at that one when he gets the clips to just to verify that Tonya Dean, the Barbados referee, was correct. I wonder if she's happy with the election results over there in Barbados. Mia Motley and her team sweeping into victory, winning all 30 seats. That's a tremendous victory for Mia Motley and her Barbados Labour Party over there in Barbados. I must ask Tonya who she would have supported. I wonder if she's a Frondel Stewart.
And so it is 3 minutes for.
So 3 minutes
left in this game.
Here in this encounter. 3 minutes. Antigua and Barbuda. Here is Buckley.
Yeah, will she get there? No, the goalkeeper gets there before and save the day for Curacao.
But Hamilton has had a good game as the referee this evening. Nothing really major, just that one blemish. When we say blemish, she had to show the card to the number 8 for Curacao. Just when you thought Grant was going to get through, or is that Portia Davis?
That's Grant. That's Grant, yes.
And she really wants one now. She would really love a goal, but she's not gotten one yet. So
yes, she missed a clear-cut one on Wednesday. Well, she scored one and missed one because she was one who scored on Wednesday for Antigua, that lone goal. And then about 5 minutes after, she got a clear-cut one where she had took on 2 defenders and was all over the goalkeeper and hit it high and hard over the bar.
So I think that she has goals in her. I think that if given the right circumstances, she can be a good goal scorer for the Antigua and Barbuda team. If she just understands the type of speed that she has and the way that she's able to get past defenders, if she just work on her scoring ability, putting that ball into the net. But Curacao still trying down the left-hand side. This one is high in the air, and the goalkeeper engaged in Samuel. Nikisha.
Yes,
Samuel. And it's always difficult when you look at Nikisha to think that she's a smaller sister
of Lakisha
Samuel.
And if you see them together,
you would think otherwise.
Both ends.
Had 2 of the 3 minutes in size and appearance.
Yes.
We watch as here is Antigua Barbuda looking to go forward, cleared away by Curacao, headed up into the air, and then Antigua and Barbuda heads it forward. This is the Antigua and Barbuda player, and she's looking at the referee, and I think she has a case, because that challenge coming in from the Curacao player was a little bit reckless, and she was skipping. This is Ogaro in an offside position, didn't get back from that offside position, and again something for Mr. Bailey to look at. He's going to be making sure of all these offside calls. It's very, very, very tight these days with the assistant referees. The CONCACAF referee team wants them to be that much better. They want the calls to be perfect. Don't want games to be decided by calls that are not correct. So the referee and assistant referees are under strict scrutiny these days, which is only going to make them better.
And we have had the 3 minutes.
I'm expecting to hear the whistle of Odette Hamilton anytime now.
Yes.
You could just look at her posture and see that she's ready to leave, have a shower.
And Antigua would be happy with this 3-0 drubbing of Curacao. And they had been the better team. As only time the Curacao really dominated was the first 10 minutes of the first half. And then as soon as, I guess, the nerves were out of the Antiguan team, they took over. And especially in the second half, they dominated it. And so they're going away with a 3-0 win this evening against Curacao. And so the coaching staff and all Antiguans would be happy with the victory for Antigua and Barbuda. And so they look forward to that big clash against St. Lucia on Sunday at 6:30 here at the Antigua Recreation Ground.
Jubilation for Antigua and Barbuda team coming out 3-0 victors over Curacao in this Group D encounter, match number 30. Goals coming from Marley Jarvis in the 50th, Simon Ponte in the 61st, and Humphreys in the 79th. Antigua Barbuda 3, Curacao 0. From the Antigua Recreation Ground, on behalf of all the technical team here this evening, Denmore Roberts saying good evening. My feeling in the panelist.